Season 12 in front of our beautiful studio audience today. Hey, here's something we never get enough of: family memories centered around food. It's what cooking contributor Becky Low wants more of this year, and she has a recipe to help us do that. Welcome, Becky Low, to Studio 5.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I have to say, so appropriate that we had Holly here. She's been with the show from the beginning, and you also have been with the show since day one. How fun is that?
I have, yes, and I've loved it.
Becky's been trying to teach me to cook for 12 exhausting years. Yeah, here we are. This recipe is so fun, and we love that it has a meaningful story behind it.
Absolutely. I love memories and I love connecting family members together, and that's what this one is. So just really quickly, Tanya Otten, her great-grandmother, used to make bread by her mother, and it was a braided Swiss bread. And but it was just by hand, and so Grandma Gilgan, she wrote it down in a book that she received for her wedding gift, which is on display.
What a treasure. Look at this.
Now, Tanya had to actually translate it into modern, and so she kind of adapted a little bit. She made the braided Swiss bread, or the sofa bread, and this is just perfect for cinnamon rolls, and so we're just kind of blending it together. So she has her mother, her grandmother, and her great-grandmother who all made this bread, and then she had a restored oven, old coal stove, with her paternal grandmothers, and she bakes it in it. So, you know, this is just history and fun and connection.
And we're lucky enough to have Tanya and her mother, Kathy, in the audience today. Thank you for sharing this recipe. What a treat for us. Thank you, thank you. All right, Becky, let's get to work.
Okay. So the bread, you know, bread baking is pretty basic, and I have put that down. Now, Tanya has an addition of some dough enhancers. So it's basically flour, milk, butter, some yeast, sugar, and a little bit of salt, and then the dough enhancer. And the dough enhancer is something that's new. In fact, sometimes with dough enhancer we think, oh, that's extra. But it's basically a combination of those same things that will enhance the dough.
What does it do then?
It improves the flavor, the texture, and the shelf life. Which is nice. And so we added just a little bit with it. Okay, which I have, and it's not quite raised here. You know, with bread making, you have to kind of have a warm kitchen and patience. And so I have some that's done and some that's rolled out. Okay, so normally this would be braided up into a loaf of bread. Okay, but we're going to make it into this giant bun, cinnamon bun today.
Cute, this is huge.
Okay, so it makes 2 loaves. I've actually put them both out.
And of course those are single serve portions, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's how we roll.
Okay, so I'm going to take some of this. You go ahead and sprinkle some on.
Okay.
You know, and I like to mix my cinnamon and sugar ahead of time.
Like so?
You'd use that whole cup on there.
Becky's like, can you roll up your sleeves, Brooke? I'm like, not really today. We're flapping. Okay. Does that look good?
Nope.
More?
More on.
Becky's like, no, more.
Okay, now you can put the raisins on then, or you can put cinnamon chips. And I'm going to just sprinkle some cinnamon chips on it.
That's a fun addition, extra burst of cinnamon.
Let me get some on mine.
Oh, please,
because this is going to be a little bit different.
Allow me.
Oh, yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
And we have rolled this into about a 10 by 20 rectangle, approximately. Okay, now the fun part starts. Okay, so cut this into 4 equal parts. So I like to just divide it in half, and then four things. So you go ahead and do that.
Cut it down the... Oh, here we go.
Now this is tricky. There you go. Yep. And you're doing very well with those sleeves.
I didn't dress for the occasion. I didn't dress for cinnamon rolling.
All right, now I'll do this next part to keep your hands out of it. So you start with one edge.
Okay.
Roll this up.
Like so?
Yep, nope, not. We're going to do, and then put it on top. Roll again. Put it on top.
No, all together. Yeah, we love it. Here it comes.
Roll it on top.
Okay.
Roll it again.
And you have a cinnamon roll the size of your head.
Yeah. It doesn't look like it yet.
Yeah.
And so it needs to raise for about 30 minutes before you put it in the oven.
All right.
Now I have to show you this alternative as well. So we'll take a sharp knife. Where'd my knife go? Okay, now I roll this one up just like you normally would cinnamon rolls. So
without slicing.
Right. And we're going to cut this right down the middle.
Okay.
Pizza cutter or just a knife, sharp knife. Okay, you can see all those things there.
Right.
Now we're just going to twist those.
Oh, pretty. The way the cinnamon's flaking and falling?
Yep, and then we'll turn this into a circle and put it into our pan.
There it is.
Let that rise, and then we have the twisted roll.
I love that.
And we have the bun.
I love that too.
And you know, this roll, I mean, this recipe, the sofa bread makes wonderful bread. Slice it up, or it makes great dinner rolls. And you just need to finish it off with a glass of milk.
So a great recipe that will carry us through many different occasions. Becky, thank you so much. Becky Low, everybody.